I'm sneaking into the camera with my slice of bread because it is a breakfast meeting here and it is very nice. My host in her fancy office, as you can see, well, to begin with, this is the United States. You know, you're in the United States when you see offices looking like this, people looking very serious and working smart. In America, I'm told a little bit of hard work, smart work. This is Kaka for Trough TV, and welcome to Trough TV this morning. And my guest here, who is also my host now that I'm in her office, will introduce herself.
Good morning. I'm going to practice my Swahili here. Bear with me. Asante John.
Karibu.
Karibu kwetu.
Asante.
Tafadhali
Yeah.
breakfast, please.
Asante sana.
Yeah. My name is Philomena Pixler, and I am also an immigrant. I immigrated here in 1989. I was born in an island called Samoa. It's about close to 600 miles away from the island of Hawaii in the South Pacific. I grew up and I was born there, and I moved to New Zealand with my family, grew up there. I got married and had 2 children. They now adults. We moved to the United States in 1989. We landed in Hawaii and we lived there for quite some times. The cost of living was very expensive to live in Hawaii. Hawaii is good to go visit, vacation, but to buy a house there, unless you have lots of money, it's very expensive. So we moved from there to Idaho. That's where my husband is from. My husband is American. His name is Bob. He comes from Idaho. And because of his job, we moved back here in Washington State. I have met John. He came to deliver a service here to our house to my daughter. That's how I met him. And I am with WFG, the World Financial Group. This is a great company here in America, and it has now around the world 20 to 22 different countries around the world. So I'm here to introduce myself, that I love to meet with John and train John. This is the third week of the training. John comes to my house every Tuesday. We do the breakfast training here. I wanted to show and talk a little bit about why I'm in finance. I am 72 years old and I'm supposed to be retired, but unfortunately, because of my retirement income, it's not sufficient enough for me to retire happily. So,
Excuse me. This lady is super excited talking about her heritage. Samoans is 600 miles off the mainland United States, actually. Oh no, off Hawaii, like to the south. That's far away. Everyone likes Hawaii for holidays and all that, but you're told it's pretty expensive living there. The Samoans, I see them everywhere. That's her heritage. I'm Kenyan, and I'm now in the United States, and it is lovely here. I realized though I have to stop her because this is my teacher, 72 years old, retired, but super good in what she does. So I'll start by saying that it's very good when you meet somebody who's 72 years talking to you about the financial system. The financial system in America sounds easy from the outside because it's accessible, fine, but then there are details you don't get. And on that note, she's going to say what we have learned up to now. My background is financial too, and in Kenya I did something in the financial sector, and that's why I've not lost interest in this. And so, Madam, tell us what is so difficult about money in America. There's a lot of money, they make money here, but it's so hard.
Yeah, thank you, John. Before I came to the United States, I used to watch lots of movies about this country, and that's how my mentality went like that. And then I was also told that money grow on trees. So who who wouldn't like to come to the United States, right? This is a country of big dreams. Chase your dreams, but it's not free. We all have to work hard with what we do. Um, it's a good place to be to raise your children. There's plenty of opportunities with jobs, lots of money, if you know how to use money wisely. In this country, everything is run on credits. If you have poor credit, you will never be able to be on the top in buying a home, putting your children to school, or even have a nice car, or even have a nice house. So we're all here, we're immigrated, we understand now how to work hard in this country to make a good living.
In that case, yeah, apparently, day-to-day basis is not hard to survive in America. You will eat, you will do what, but you don't progress. So this lady here is telling you there's all the money here, and you have to be smart with the system, because the system welcomes you, build your credit, you have everything you wish you can get. So she said she is comfortable talking about retirement, very good advisory on retirements. People whose children are growing and going to school, you need to hear what she has to say. And insurance too, you need to hear what she has to say. And how to leverage your incomes so that you have this income, and then somewhere along you don't have to burn yourself out the whole year working, like that. And then financial awareness. People are in the, literally here, people are in money in day in day out, because any small job you do in America is rewarded financially. Regardless, anyone can make an income here, but then how well does it make your life comfortable, or how easy is it, or how hard is it? That's what you're going to be breaking down for you in a series of these programs. Today we're just doing the first video. We're going to do more, and then you're going to welcome your input into this. So madam,
Thank you, John.
now you are free. Karibu, anza mazungumzo. It is you to tell the world.
Asante, John.
Karibu.
I'm trying to learn. I wish I know how to speak your language. But anyway, in Samoa, where I come from, the cost of living is not, it's very easy. We planted our food, we have our lands, so we go and make use of our land to plant. So the cost of living where I come from is nowhere compared to what the cost of living in America now. It's, yes, we make lots of money, but the cost of living also, our wages, our salaries, but the cost of living is always ahead of what we make here in America. So this is why we're in the financial world now, to leverage and to teach and to make sure that the awareness, to let people know how to understand how money works. Because if we don't understand our money, we work so hard 7 days a week, and then the next thing we run out of money, and then we have to wait for the next paycheck. That's not how we should live in America. We should live in America knowing that we are financially independent. And financial independent, it teaches you here in this great company. This is a great platform that I wanted John to learn more, so he can talk to a lot of you or the community of Kenya about why we are teaching financial literacy this morning.
Madam has not been able to mention the company she works for, the company, okay, not actually the company she works for, the company she engages in, because it's like she has self-employed herself to be able to make income. She does not report to any office. She does not have to answerable to anybody. She just sets her targets and works towards that. At 72, she says, with her retirement package of whatever she was supposed to be she gets rather, it's not enough. Remember, this is somebody who does not have kids going to school. They are all grown kids. She doesn't have to worry so much because she drives a good car. She lives in, she has a house, she has a what, basically. But still, she doesn't want any other person who has a chance of improving yourself to miss this chance. So, madam,
Yeah.
talk to them especially about financial awareness. And in that case, there's something we used to call in Kenya financial discipline. People will get all the money, but then before long, they blow it off and wait for the next paycheck.
When I first came to America, my first job, I used to work at the bank, at a bank in Hawaii. And the name of that bank is the American Savings Bank. That was my first job. And that I was in the loaning department, or the consumer, where people they come and for loans to buy cars or buy any for personal use. That's what my job was. And at the same time, why I'm very interested in John, because of the media. I was also a media person in Hawaii. I used to have my own radio show there, a talkback show in Honolulu. And I love connecting with John because how powerful the media is. This is where he can communicate with everyone to share with you the literacy, the educational about life insurance or financial program. So what we do here in America, it's expensive. Everything is expensive. You go to the store, groceries, expensive. Sending your kids to school is expensive. Buying a home is expensive. But we also make good money. But what's the point of working hard at your job 7 days a week if you don't understand how money works? This is where we come in. Why life insurance? In WFG is a World Financial Group. They have a broad of different things we do. Life insurance, they talk about retirement. They talk about how to save money to send your smart children to school. You know, if you have a smart son, a smart daughter wanted to pursue a degree or a higher education, but what happens if mommy and daddy don't have enough money to put those bright kids to school? Then we'll always end up at the level where we always have to work 7 days a week. And I call that level, we're always poor. The poor will always be poor. The rich people, they'll always be rich. You know why? There's a big difference here. In those days, there used to be a bar where it separated the poor from the rich. The poor will always be poor because we never understood how money works. The reason why rich people are so rich because they have the opportunity to learn everything about finance, and no wonder why the rich people are always rich. So we're talking about why life insurance. We do life insurance in this platform to pay for your final expenses. I don't know the culture in Kenya, but if someone passes, you pass away accidentally or suddenly in this country, you're looking at $30,000 and up to bury someone. Okay, so that is just a little short on that. How about paying off your debts? We don't have lots of money to go and pay cash for a car. We use our credit to go buy a vehicle or buy a house or buy anything that we'd like to own in this country. And that's where we accumulate debts and debts. And it gets to the point you will always end up working 7 days a week. You have to go to clock in and clock out. That's not fair. That is not fair for hardworking people to work like that. And the reason being is because we have no understanding on how you leverage your finance and how you leverage your money, just like the rich. If we share the knowledge with the rich to understand how money works, I think we will all be very, very happy people. How about paying? Okay.
I have to cut her short because I'm almost getting carried away. I cannot believe we have to work 7 days a week where there's a lot of money. We are not able to leverage. And this is the information everyone needs. So for you to be able to getting this information whenever we send it out on our YouTube channel is Trough TV. Trough TV on YouTube, and we are Trough TV again, Trough on Facebook, and on Instagram we are Trough_TV. Now, the financial system in America is credit based. How much are you worth if you are to be loaned by someone, if you are to borrow? Eventually, people are driving smart cars on the road, driving in debt. People are struggling paying for the education for their children, in debt. People have to live a fancy lifestyle, they're drowning in debt. Can you unravel to the Kenyan common man who is in America or in Kenya, wherever? And in Kenya, I mean the whole of Africa, because the whole of Africa is not very conversant with the credit system. How does it work, and how well do they take advantage of it, other than making it a burden on themselves?
Okay. The problem here, there is a system in America, and it's called tax structures. We need to understand how the tax structures work in this country. Okay, there are three different types of tax structures. It's what they call tax now, tax later, or tax advantage. Three different ones. This is why we teach people on how to understand, because if you don't, the IRS, Good Sam, will take all your hard earning money, and it's not fun, it's not fair. This is why we teach you tax now, meaning you go to work, you get your paycheck, you go to the store, pay your groceries, you go buy a car. That's tax now. They're taking the tax out of that money right now. When you go get gasoline, tax now. When you get paid, before you get your paycheck, it's already tax now. And let's move on to the tax the tax later. Tax later, this is where the government loves us the most. You know why? That is the tax bracket, or the tax structure area, where the government gets their money from us. They'll come after us to get, if you involve in a 401k, believe it or not, you cannot touch that money until you're 59 and a half years old. And let's say you touch that money, you will have to pay 10% of your hard earning money to the government, because that money is not really free your money. It's not your money. It's there for a reason, for the government to come in and take the money. Where do you think the government is funding all these plans like Social Security, welfare, financial aid? That's what the government use. They use our tax money to pay for all those programs in America, and those programs are not cheap, very, very expensive. And tax advantage, this is where I'm teaching everybody, get a policy where you will take your money straight from your payroll, bypass the tax later, and go straight to the tax advantage. If you ever decide to go back to Kenya and take money with you, that's the tax structure you should be, because that's where you will see you'll put all your money there, and you don't have to be taxed again. You will take your money. If you ever want to go back to visit families, what you can earn, or what your money is growing in that tax saving there, you will be able to be free to loan from your own money without no more paying tax. You'll be able to loan to pay the kids to go to school. You'll be able to loan from your own policy to go back to Kenya, do something back in your country, or even buy a home in America. And that's what, and we can elaborate more, John, on that.
I had to sit upright, because when teachers would see you are losing concentration in class, they would say, everybody sit upright. So I had to sit upright now, because this is sounding like a business studies class. It's like an economics class. It's like a seminar for business executives. That is not our intention, to make it sound so complicated or so hard. It's where we have to get somebody who has the real hands-on experience to break that one down for us. This is what we are going to be doing in the next series of this program. And when you like it, go to our Facebook page, like it, and leave a comment. We are going to upload this video over there. Go to our YouTube channel, leave your comment. If you have something to suggest to us, tell us too. Now, we now know that this company has financial products to offer. It has financial knowledge to offer fast, even before you decide to engage them in any transaction. Up to that point, therefore, madam, we have to ease up a bit. It got technical even on me.
Yeah.
And I almost got lost. But anyway,
Okay.
there could be someone there who understands this. That's why we require your input. Whoever understands this, you can help us build it more. Now, away from this company, away from the finances. Life in America when you landed, how was it like? But you're Samoan anyway, and I hear Samoans are like quasi-Americans or American citizens. How does it work? Immigration for Samoans to America?
Yeah, sure. In Samoa, there's two different group: American Samoa and Western Samoa. Western Samoa, that's the side of Samoa I come from, and we're under the British influence. You know, they teach the English system, the British system, to that side of Samoa where I come from. In American Samoa, it's the American system is taught there. Okay.
So does that make therefore American Samoa, are they born American citizens, or there's something you need to naturalize to become an American, or how does it work?
American Samoa is a territory of America. Okay. So therefore it's under the agreement of those this country, United States, and and its territories to have some kind of agreements, like have their people come here free. They already natural citizen. They don't have to apply for a visa. They don't have to do all of that, because it's American Samoa is like Guam, okay, territories. Think about anywhere the American has a U.S. territories. Those people, they have that freedom to come here. People like me, when I first came to the United States, I had to come with my visa here, and it took some time for me to get to get to the program, to get my green card, and then from there on I moved from the green card to become U.S. citizen. The reason why I wanted to become U.S. citizen, because it's good for you to become a U.S. citizen. I am a New Zealand citizen, and I also a Samoan citizen. So for me right now, I have 3 different citizens, so I can be free to go back to those 2 other countries.
Kenyans, there are people who find it easy to come to America. I'm not saying for us it's hard. It's only requires an effort to come here, and when you come here, please land in safe hands, like this lady who has been there, done that, seen it all. I am Kenyan, and I'm proudly Kenyan, and that's why I wear my bracelet everywhere I go to. My president puts it on. Almost everybody in America puts on this bracelet, because we are Kenyans, and Kenya is our business. This is Kaka, and we have to end the program there. We are getting ready for the next episode, which is coming we are going to see how, whether every 2 weeks or a week or wherever, until all of us are familiar with the American financial system, until all of us are having a benefit one way or another from the tax advantage, tax later, tax now, the credit system, a lot of money we make here, we have to take advantage of us and improve ourselves. Closing remarks.
Asante, John.
Ribu.
Thank you to our listeners this morning, and thank you also to Trough TV production on YouTube. I followed you, John, and I also encourage a lot of my friends to follow your YouTube, because I think the media is very powerful. Thank you so much. I wish, and I'm going to learn more of how to say a few words in Kenyan, and I'm always proud to learn a different language. I have a culture. I come from a country, they very strong in the Samoan culture, and I love to know more about the culture and the food, John.
How do you say asante in Samoan?
Santa in Samoan is fa'afetai. F-A apostrophe A F-E-T-A-I. Fa'afetai.
Fa'afetai. That is, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to Samoa. They are very beautiful.
The island in the South Pacific.
It's been nice. We'll catch up later. I gotta clean up the table for the next guest who is coming. I am on my way out because it's a Tuesday and I have to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you.